Alright, this is my latest project. It might not look like a project, it might just look like a gauge, but it's a really cool gauge. I put some LEDs in there, and those have some functionality, but it's hooked into my Arduino, well, hooked into the breadboard that's hooked into the Arduino, and I put those two LEDs in it. And right now it's showing my computer's CPU load average. It'll go, when it's completely loaded up and it's starting to like do a traffic jam with all the information, it'll be past 1. And when it's not traffic jammed, it'll be under 1. So right now you see it's at a happy, probably about 50% load. And the LEDs change color based on how heavy the load is. Let me stress my computer out here, and you'll see the data is getting sent by a C++ application I wrote, and it's just streaming that over the serial port. And you'll see already by doing that, it's put the gauge into a pretty red state. It hasn't gone over 200%, which would put it into Danger Will Robinson mode. I'm going to try and run that stress command a little harder to see if we can get it to do that. It's kind of hard to see right now. There we go. You see the lights blinking. That's pretty good indication it doesn't like what's going on. And then it'll drop down as the load average comes back. It went a lot higher than I intended it to. It's up around 700 right now. There we go, that light's better. So, how does it do that? How do I control this gauge? Well, the Arduino is controlling the gauge by doing some cool stuff to the electrical signal it's sending over. This gauge was originally some kind of an input meter, but it goes from 0 to 2 volts, and the Arduino's output is 5 volt output, digital output, but it's able to do what's called pulse width modulation to emulate an analog wave. And so what that really means is that I used a resistor and some of that pulse width mumbo jumbo to be able to send it a specified voltage between 0 and 2. So my computer sends over the load average to the Arduino. The Arduino does some calculations to convert that to the voltage it should send out. That voltage gets dropped down by a resistor, and it goes over to the gauge. I don't know if I'm going to keep using this gauge this way, or if I'm going to have it display some other interesting information. One cool thing I thought would be to display the country's mood as measured by how positively people are using Twitter, but I don't know. We'll find out. I'm just going to show you one more thing. Put the meter into a testing mode that I came up with here, and you'll see there we go. The needle sweep the face, and the colors change, and then it goes into Danger Will Robinson mode, and then it'll go back down to where it started. Oh, and I know I said only one more thing, but here's all the code that is running on the Arduino. It's kind of a long program. There's a couple places that could be optimized, but anyway, so that is my hardware CPU load average monitor, and since I've had it hooked up, it's been kind of handy. You know, if my computer starts getting bogged down, I know about it before I start to have stuff slow down. My first indication isn't, you know, things slowing down on my computer. So I'm going to upload this to YouTube and hit the stop button now.